Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily news show. We are back from filming in the UK. It was awesome.
It was very good. Chester's a lovely place, and so are the boardrooms.
I mean, the boardroom is a lovely place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on with the news. One of my favourite climbers of all time, Greg Boswell, has put up another super hard route in Scotland. He climbed it with Guy Robertson and has named it Holy Grail with a grade of 9/10. The route is in Glencoe on the Buckale Slime Wall. This new direct line cuts the face and goes through some massive roofs. The pair climb the route in 6 pitches, topping out, of course, in the dark. I love hearing about Scottish winter stuff because it reminds me that I don't ever really want to do that ever again.
I mean, I've never been Scottish winter climbing. What is the attraction?
Right, so every now and again, right?
I have to think about that.
Yeah, I really did. Every now and again, you get the most stunning, beautiful day. It's cold, it's crisp, the views are stunning and beautiful, and it's the best climbing in the world.
In the world?
Yeah, honestly, it's every now and again.
Big claim.
But 97% of the time, you're climbing, you're soaking wet, it's freezing cold, you're in a storm, and you're sort of pretending like you're having a good time. I think this is the thing. I think everyone pretends like they're having a great time, and I'm the only one brave enough to say that it's a bit rubbish.
I don't know. You asked Charlie Boscott, he used to have the same opinion.
Yeah, he was right. I was once in a car park, right, in the Cairngorms, and we're in a minibus. It was like a uni trip thing, and it was so windy that when we took the handbrake off the bus, the wind blew the minibus out down the car park.
Wow.
People were still going out.
Mental.
Yep. You want to go?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Let's do a trip.
I wouldn't mind, actually. I wouldn't mind giving it a go.
You love a bit of suffering.
I quite like suffering. Anyway, talking about suffering, Stefano Ghisolfi had to suffer a little bit in order to send his latest project, which was the 9B La Capella in Siriana in Spain, but he eventually sent it. This is the second ascent of the relatively short and bouldery route first climbed by Adam Ondra in 2011. The crux is back-to-back 8A plus and 8B boulder problems, finishing with a cruisy 7C plus to the top. So Stefano's been struggling a bit with his skin, and it took him a couple of weeks to send this. Eventually he had to find, he tried the Alex Magos method, then he tried the gluing method, and I think the gluing method was what worked. Oh, you mean
tape, not the tape, Alex Magos taping method?
Not the climbing
method.
Not the climbing method. No. So basically there was loads of stuff on his Instagram. It was a story, I don't think it's up anymore, but of him trying out the Alex Magos taping method, but then he tried gluing. Mm-hmm. Eventually he managed to sort his skin out to be able to send. But yeah, hugely impressive. He's got his 4th 9B ascent.
Yeah, amazing. And also there's a lot of talk about holds breaking on that route. So he broke off a foothold when he was climbing it. There's been holds that are broken on previous attempts by it. Why has no one upgraded this thing? So it was 9B when Adam did it in 2011, right? And loads of stuff's fallen off it.
Yeah.
These guys are too modest.
I think there's a certain amount of fear in terms of upgrading that's something that Adam Ondra has graded 9B. We took so long to get from 9B to 9B plus. I mean, just because a couple of holds have fallen off, does that warrant it being upgraded to a 9B plus? I know that we think it probably is.
I would definitely claim the upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. But then what happens if Adam Ondra comes and repeats it and goes, no, actually that was 9A plus.
We just claim different. I mean, if it's a bit rainy, I upgrade it by half a grade for my grades. I'm like 7A, 7A plus. Done.
Slag.
What?
Oh, shameless marketing that, sorry.
Slag.
No, but if you send a route, you go slag.
Oh, you slag it?
Oh God, that was terrible.
Yeah. So, because of the recent spate of 9B sending, we thought it was time that we address this issue, and we now have the Climbing Daily 9B 2018 counter. So here it is. Now I came up with this idea this morning, so it was currently a piece of paper, but this will be upgraded into some kind of graphic, which Laura will be editing.
And we'll let Stefano and Jakob know that they're on
the list now. So we have Jakob's 9B, first 9B of 2018 ticked, and I'll just do the honours. Stefano, it's 1-1.
1-1.
So we'll be coming back to this regularly, and if you need an update, we'll be here for you.
And of course, climbing is not a competition amongst climbers, it's a competition against yourself, other than these two climbers, and it's on. Yeah,
we will be returning to this chart often throughout the news show, so keep an eye out for it.
That's some impressive high-techery you got there.
It's the old paper pen method. Took me 3 minutes.
It works.
Yeah.
Time effective.
Graphics will be coming soon.
Yeah. Graphics are last week. Anyway, Jakob Shuba has capped off a very impressive Spanish vacation climbing trip with a flash of the Catalan Witness Fitness 8B+. This roof problem boulder was first climbed by Chris Sharma in 2016 and has seen relatively few ascents since then. Jakob thought the boulder style, crimpy and steep, would suit him. It was a great way to finish his Catalonian climbing trip after he also climbed the 9B route, stoking the fire. That is a very impressive flash, considering it's an 8B+, it's an overhanging roof problem. It's not a crack, wasn't a crack?
It's not a crack, no.
It's an impressive ascent.
Yeah, we've actually got footage from Jenny Kruder, who gave us a video of him climbing it last year, which we made into a Climbing Daily episode. So check out this little clip of him climbing it. If you want to see the full video of that, the link is in the copy below. And it's a brutal boulder problem, and it just shows what kind of form Jakob's on. I mean, to flash that, and apparently they only went there because it was on the way to the airport and they had some time to kill before their flight.
No way.
Bonkers. Now, a few weeks ago, we talked about the Nepalese government banning solo climbers, double amputees and blind climbers from Everest, and that caused quite a lot of controversy at the time. And now we're seeing the first climbers having to pull out from their expeditions. Hari Buddha Magar, a former British Gurkha soldier who lost both his legs in Afghanistan, had been planning an attempt on Everest this year. He had been training for 5 years to prepare for the climb. His team was quoted as saying, "Due to this uncertainty and the very real possibility that we will not get a permit for Hari this year, we have made the decision to postpone the expedition until 2019, subject to clarification of the rules." This clarification issue seems to be the major problem because the wording on that Nepalese ban is not very good, frankly, is it?
No, it's not clear at all, and this is where all the confusion and basically when that statement first came out, everybody was like trying to get clarification of what it actually meant, and still doesn't seem to be any.
Yeah, and what a lot of people are starting to say is that there's an argument for starting to look at climbers' ability and rather than just doing a blanket ban. So, I mean, arguably, Hari, he's a very experienced climber. He's climbed a lot of mountains. He's been training for years. He's probably more competent than a punter who just turns up who's never put on crampons to climb Everest.
Yeah.
Why are we not looking at individual cases?
I imagine the argument against that would be that it'd be way too time consuming and way too confusing and actually even more controversial than just a blanket ban. Yeah. Having like individual kind of people chosen, who they'd be chosen by, what's the committee that gets set up to do that, that seems like something that could be even more confusing and long-winded than what you're doing.
And possibly sort of open to bribes and all that kind of stuff. If you've got an assessment committee, and they're not climbers, making a decision on who gets to go up that mountain, that could be equally as much of a problem, couldn't it?
Absolutely. I think, to be honest, I think it's a total mess right now. Let's admit it. It's like it needs a big look at, and they need to really, really come to some kind of idea on how to kind of clarify what they've decided, because right now it's just a mass confusion. Yeah, and this is evolving all the time. We will be coming back to this throughout the year as things change. And a lot of you, when we did the last episode on this, commented below giving your opinions, and that was great, so we want to see that again. Have you changed your mind on this? Mm-hmm. Have you read about the story? Let us know what you think. Yeah. So that's it for the news. Time to talk about some videos, and I am super excited to talk about this first video because it is my favourite Climbing Daily episode, certainly of the year, and possibly in my tenure of all time. Wow. Yeah. That's a big shout. It was us getting lost with Magnus Midtboe in the Norwegian forest / coastline. Our editor, Laura, who's behind the camera, did an amazing job. That one or that one? She's behind that one, actually. So okay. Hang on, wait. Or is it Laura behind that camera? Did a fantastic job in the edit. Brilliant edit. Got it out, and it's great. So here's a little clip of it. So we've driven for about an hour and 40 minutes outside of Oslo. We've come to this beautiful sort of little parking area, quite near the sea. Like how long
Yeah, I'm in one of the boulders that's like really close to the sea.
Okay.
You can hear the waves splashing, and it's like meditation being out here.
I'm sold. So we're gonna go for a walk, find the boulders, and then have a climb. Tough day.
As always, the link to that full episode is in the copy below. Did you like it?
I loved it. I thought it was good fun to shoot, and it's a great edit. So yeah. I'm very pleased with how Laura put together our footage.
She smashed it. Because like when we were filming this thing, we were literally lost. I think it was for 6 hours.
Was that 6 hours?
It was. Well, we got it was.
And we had a lot of camera kit.
Ah, well, you did.
Yeah. Okay, next up we have got, what have we got? Oh yeah, the Monday Climbing Daily. We just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it was a show about bouldering in London. We've spoken about bouldering on the show before, but we maybe didn't get so much reaction that show as we did for the show on Monday, where there was polar divided. It was like some people hating it, some people loving it. I don't know. It was interesting to see what split decision it was. Yeah,
because I mean we're gonna be doing more stuff around the fringes of climbing. I mean already we've done parkour stuff with Monkey Space. We're gonna go ice climbing on the Ice Climbing World Cup and the bouldering episode.
Yeah. And
it's not necessarily what people are expecting from us. And personally, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's part of our sport, and our job. We release a daily climbing show. Our job is to cover climbing, not
as a whole,
just one aspect of it.
Definitely.
But we love your opinion, and we want to know: like, is stuff like this just not your cup of tea, or do you was it the way it was shot? Did we not kind of nail how it looked?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Be careful with your words.
That's true.
Matt's very sensitive.
I am very sensitive. We genuinely read all these comments.
Very much so.
There's one particularly harsh one about hipsters. You know who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit mean, that one.
Yeah, you're just bagging hipsters into one category.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're going to the beard. Is this?
I just haven't had time to shave. Yeah, I'm always trying to foray into the hipsters. Anyway, one more video coming out this week is Richie Patterson, episode 2 of Old Dog New Tricks. If you haven't seen the first episode, it dropped last Thursday. It basically, just a quick summary, it kind of like covers his year as he tries to get from 7B plus to 8B plus in a year before his 50th birthday. Here's a little clip of episode 2. I love this series. I think you should probably try and watch it.
8B plus in, I think now it's 363 days, less than a year before I turn 50. It's possibly a midlife crisis.
Yeah, there you go. Check it out. It's dropping on Thursday.
One last thing we have to cover, which is the winter sale, which we launched last week with my hilarious video.
Yes. Do you want to see it again, or should we just talk about it this time?
I think we should just talk. If you want to watch, I don't know.
Let's watch it.
Okay.
The end of it.
I just want somebody to send me a plan and I stick to it. I can't do it myself.
It's got your route training, your bouldering, your
Matt, what the hell are you
board
doing?
stuff.
Get up, let's go, we've got work to do.
Conditioning work, fingerboarding.
It's just every day.
That was fun to shoot.
That was fun to shoot.
Yeah, and it's all to promote our winter sale. So there's gear, clothing, everything you could want in that shop sale thing, all massively cheap. So if you see something, grab it, because once it's gone, it's gone.
Gone. Cool.
That's it, isn't it?
That's it.
Cool.
Thanks, guys, for watching. As always, hopefully the thumbnail that we put up has enticed you to watch this and you haven't been too disappointed.
Sorry about that. Like, comment, subscribe. See you soon.
Bye.